Hello, I'm Tripwyre. Welcome back to my playthrough of Demon's Souls Remake. In this episode, we're going to start off by upgrading our weapon.
Ooh, I can forge weapons.
So we're going with the scimitar, not the rapier. So to make it a scimitar +1, it's going to cost us 7 sharpstone shards. Or sorry, 2, but we have 7. Let's go ahead and do that. The next level will cost us 3, and we still have 5, so let's do it again. Now, unfortunately, it's going to cost us 5, and we only have 2, so we don't have enough for that. Now let's use the rest of our souls on some upgrades, because we can finally upgrade now that we've killed the Phalanx Demon, and we also spoke to the Monumental. So the Maiden in Black is our source for upgrades. Eye stones briefly connect diffused worlds should you lose your physical form. Remember the Eye Stone. So the stones she gives you are for multiplayer. This is so you can leave your blue or friendly summon sign and your friends can summon you for co-op. This one is to banish, and if you want to invade people as an enemy, you get that one later.
What seekest thou?
So you say yes, and then seek soul power. This is how you level up. This screen should look pretty familiar if you've played the Souls games. So our HP is a little bit low starting on this character, as we are only SL1, it's only 8, so I'm going to bump that up a couple times. I'm going to bump up intelligence, because eventually, like, that affects how much MP we have, but also it's going to affect how many spells we can attune at once later on. But the rest I'm going to dump into magic, just for the damage. I'll do 2 magic, 1 in dex. We just upgraded our scimitar. I want dex as well. So, I know I said that we couldn't afford another upgrade, but I actually know a way that we can. We have some of these here soul items, consumable souls, and I know of a vendor where we can buy some upgrade materials. Right here in level 2-1, aka the second archstone, level 1. Here we are in the smithing grounds. Immediately see it looks very different from Boletaria. And there's our boy right there, that NPC right there. Over off to our left, we can see and hear a crystal lizard, which means we must murder him. Excuse me, sir. Please be dead now. Crystal lizards are resistant to a few different damage types. I think slash is one of them. Sharpstone shards, bad luck. We need hardstone shards for our current upgrades, I think. Am I mistaken about that? I don't remember now. I'm second guessing. Anyway, sharpstone shards. So we're gonna go ahead and consume these souls, and then we're gonna talk. Actually, I need a little bit more. Let's just consume them all. I'm gonna talk to our boy here. We are gonna buy 3 hardstone shards. So now I'm gonna head back to Baldwin and upgrade again. I swear if I got that wrong, I'm gonna be sad. Is it hardstone or sharpstone? It's a dex weapon. It's probably sharpstone, right? Did I just fuck up? I don't even know. I'm tired.
I can forge weapons.
It was sharpstone shards. I'm so dumb. Why did I buy hardstone shards? I know the difference. Whatever, we got sharpstone shards, so that's actually a good thing. That drop was great. Alright, so now the next level up requires a large sharpstone shard, which we don't have anyway. You can also see here, if I go into the upgrade menu, I can upgrade it to +4, or I can change it into a quality scimitar +3. And the different variations change how the scaling works. Down here you can see I'm getting +14 bonus from my scaling. It has a descaling rating in both strength and dex, but if I go down to the quality, the base damage is lowered, but wait, why would I do that? I thought it would change the scaling to be better. It must change it once you upgrade it further, like change the scaling rating to be higher so that each level up is more effective. In any case, you can also see that the scimitar causes bleed, which is nice. Although the bleed is very slow in this game, very slow. So one really cool thing about this game is you can send shit to the storage, and then blacksmiths will upgrade stuff based on what's in your storage. See, it still says 5 out of 5 sharpstone shards, even though I just put them away. you don't need to carry all your upgrade materials on you,
So interesting, I can tell
which is really nice. So now we have a choice. We can go to Lord's Path, or we can go to the Smithing Grounds. Technically, we have other choices too. We could go to the Chasm, we could go to the Island's Edge, we could go to the Prison of Hope. The way I like to play it is I like to stick to the first 2 regions first. It's kind of the intended path. I find the other 3 Archstones to be harder / more obnoxious, and you'll see why later on. These 2 are more straightforward, so I'd recommend you start with these 2 as well. I'm going to go to the Smithing Grounds next, because even though I could continue with Boletaria, this area is different. It's like a nice little change of pace, and you're going to get the potential for a lot more upgrade materials going here than in Boletaria, which will allow us to continue upgrading our weapon. So first, before I forget, I'm going to change to the Providential Ring. We don't need the Cling Ring anymore because we're in human form. And also, Crystal Lizards respawn in this game. In Dark Souls 1, they're one and done. In this game, like, it's not back right now because I was just here, but eventually, when I come back to this area, there'll be another Crystal Lizard to kill. And that's nice because you can keep getting upgrade materials over time. So the way forward is this way. Right off the bat, you're going to notice there's these 2 assholes throwing boulders down at you. And the hitbox of the boulder impact is persistent for like an extra half second or whatever past what you think it will be, so don't just run into the debris. You want to wait about that long before you go, because otherwise it will still hurt you. Like that. See, I dodged out of it and still got hurt by it, even though the impact should have long passed. So we just picked up a consumable item called, and I quote, sticky white slime. Yeah, that's actually what it's called. So this is the same thing as the resin, except that it puts magic damage on your weapon. So this is the way forward, but if you're observant, you might realize that there's this archway and a contraption wheel right there. And if you're a genius, you'll probably put 2 and 2 together and figure out that if you turn this, the lift out there will start moving. Brilliant, right? First things first, I'm going to go down, because there's an item on the ground there. So fall damage is a lot more forgiving in Demon Souls than it is in Dark Souls. You can fall from a pretty significant height and barely take any damage. But still be careful. The momentum you get from rolling on moving objects is very different in this game. And you'll often just dodge roll off of a platform like this and go a lot further than you thought. Alright, so this platform is where we came from. We're going to ride it up to the next one. Go ahead and heal a little bit. We'll get off here. And before we move on... Sorry, did I say Providential Ring? I meant Thief Ring. No, I'll do Providential Ring. I was going to say, the Thief Ring, like I said, is the other best ring in the game. But I don't really care about being detected here. Like I said, I do want more upgrade materials. So we'll stick with the item discovery. So anyway, we just picked up our first Stone of Ephemeral Eyes, which is the equivalent to humanity. Used in soul form to resurrect one's body. Once used, it crumbles into nothing. If you're planning on using one of these, don't bother using healing items, because when you use it, it restores you to your maximum health in body form anyway. And here we get our first taste of this enemy, who can be a bit of a pain for new players. He's called an official. They shoot fireballs, which hurt quite a bit, and they have melee attacks as well. Just don't get hit by the fireballs, basically, and you'll be fine. But they also don't stagger very easily. And then these are the main enemies of this area. These, this is the Archstone of the Digger King, and these are like the miners, basically. They are weak to magic, though. As you might have guessed from that very first item we picked up, applying magic damage to your weapon. Similar to the firebombs and such in Boletaria. Right here is a weapon. The Crushing Battle Axe +1. So, just a weapon that's already at +1 if you want to mess around with something different. It's got C scaling for strength. And it's not bad, but I can't stand the moveset on the battle axe weapons in this game. The range on them is just pitiful. You're not going to hit anything. So I rolled there because like I'm used to how like the distance you travel in a roll in this game. I would recommend you just carefully ride it all the way around. Alright, hang on a second. I gotta take a sip of some water. This is my 4th episode I'm recording and like without moving from my chair. And my throat's getting a little dry. Alright, further into the smithing grounds. We've got more of these miner guys. And you'll notice that they aren't aggro on us. This is one of the times when the AI is a little bit buggy. And I think stuff like this is like quirks from the original game they kept in. Like they didn't change the AI when it was buggy. They wanted to make it still feel like the original for fans of the game. So when you kill one of their kind, they might aggro on you as a whole, all of them, or they might not. Let's go ahead and backstab one of them. They still don't seem to care. But sometimes when you kill one of their kind, they'll all aggro on you at once. They kind of have like almost a hive mind thing going on, but they don't always kind of follow that. It's like when they feel like it. So the ones with the actual weapons, like a pickaxe, much stronger than the ones without. More aggressive, and those swings will hurt. So be careful. Little backstab action. The crit damage on this weapon is really great. As you can see, my swings were doing like 20, but we can crit for over 100. Alright, so this next area... Oh, and I forgot to mention, so sometimes they'll aggro as like a hive mind, but it only applies to each section of them. Even if all these guys start coming after you in this next section, they'll still be neutral. And this guy here is just wandering around. If I kill him, they might get mad, but be careful. These pots are going to break, and these wolves are going to come after you. And the wolves in Demon Souls are like the dog enemies in Dark Souls, except these ones are a lot more deadly. Like the dogs in Dark Souls are erratic and unpredictable, but in this one they're like very fast and jumpy, but they're also a lot stronger and faster. Like it's not good. Alright, so you can see they're aggro, but they're still stuck, which is interesting. Magic's a good way to take these guys out, as long as you can target them, but see, they're very fast. And like I said, you're going to stagger when you get hit by anything, so the fact that there's always like a pack of wolves makes them very deadly, especially on New Game Plus and later. But just be careful with them. So, let's go ahead and take some of these guys out. So the reason I have the Providential Ring on is that any of one of these regular enemies, this type of enemy, can drop some upgrade materials. Whoa, he got some distance. Kicked him really far. Be nice and drop me some upgrade materials, please. Please? Yeah, that one dropped some. So he's shooting fireballs at me. Alright, we got some Sharpstone Shards and Hardstone Shards. Nice. One more right here. Yeah. Oh, never mind. Not materials, that is a weapon. Iron Knuckles, we're not using that. No, sir. Be careful when you're down here without the Thief Ring on, because there's another official up there, and he can aggro and shoot fireballs down on you. For now, let us deal with this one, though. Now, if you want, you can just bar cast him, basically. Hit him with spells. When he's going to do a fireball, just duck behind the wall. You can also just rush in, hit him, and then just move to the left. His fireball will miss. Just be careful of his melee attacks. When he pats his stomach like that, he's always going to follow it up. with a fireball. Just so you know. Bye-bye. Now we get our first chunks. Chunk is the step after large shard for upgrades, just like in Dark Souls. So it's kind of a bummer they give you chunks here and not large shards, because we need large shards first. These guys are enemies that have a really annoying moveset because they swing, and if you catch them at the very beginning when they're just starting to swing, your attack landing will interrupt their hit. But if they get a little bit into the animation, it becomes uninterruptible, so you'll still get hit by their swing, even if you hit them first, if it's already at a certain point. Remember though, they are weak to magic, so use that to your advantage. Be careful up the staircase. Get your shield out. There's two guys around the corner, one here and one in that little doorway. And I faced away and didn't block his hit. Also, there's a graphical bug. They disappear if you go down the stairway like this. At like a certain point. It's so odd. Oop, I untargeted like an idiot. Come on. Yeah, 2-shotting with magic is much easier than like 10-shotting with melee here. So, grab that. If you duck inside this room, you can get a pickaxe of your own. Again, I wouldn't recommend that you use it, but you can get one. Sorry, I just like to periodically store all my upgrade materials. Now you're going to come out up top. And be careful, because that official's going to be shooting at you. Now, this is mean. There's a bridge over to him. It's going to collapse, though. So pay attention to where the beams are. So, on either side, there's a support. The boards are going to break, but you can still walk across the beam. So, just do this. And it's possible for him to shoot a fireball at you while you're running across. Just dodge roll forward through it. Backstab fishing. Backstab fishing. Bitch ass. I tried dodge rolling, but I was out of stam. It's my own fault. Nice little consumable soul item. And the area we need to get to is right below us anyway, so you don't actually have to come across this way. I always do, but you can actually... actually, do you have to? No, you don't. You can just drop down if you want. You can drop down to that platform and then follow around to below here. Because where you want to go is right underneath us. Again, we see this offline white phantom telling us what to do. Pull this lever. Pull it. And that'll open up the gate so we can move on to the next section. We got some more of these guys. We're gonna kill them all, just, you know, because we always use some upgrade materials. Can't hurt. If they stay not hostile, it's very easy to just backstab them all. Clear stone. Come on, man. Come on, man. I'm surprised none of them have aggroed as a group yet. They just don't seem to care about me killing their own. At all today. Not at all. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Okie dokie. Jeez, just cleaning house. We got some more sharpening stones. Come across here, we've got another actual like weapon wielding one. So just gonna go ahead and zap him. And this is the default spell, by the way. You can get stronger ones. Alright, see this one aggroed now that I killed him. But none of the other ones gave a shit. It's so weird. I'm gonna show off the bleed. No? Huh. I guess these guys will die before their bleed meter fills. Interesting. Alright, so there's two more right over here. That one doesn't know what it's doing. Like, ah, I forgot. Nice. Nice. Sharpstone shards for the road. Alright, and then you gotta come back down here and do the loop again because it's the only way to get back up to the upper platform. Sorry about the camera angles. I have it set to manual, so it's not going to auto-adjust for me. Then you come up these stairs, and that gate over there is the one we just opened. Let us go through. Right here, you're going to see a fiery lizard on the wall, which is just teaching you how these lizards work. There's more later on. So we're going to come up here. I have magic, so I'm going to kill this guy right here because I can. And the area we want to get to is right there. This contraption right here, that wheel is the one we want to turn. It's just that the way we actually get there is very roundabout. So come around this way instead and up the ramp. Follow the path of Ruined. Now, this room to the right is where there's more of those fire lizards, and there's some items that we can grab if we want to. Well, these guys can be very dangerous. If you walk beneath them, they'll drop down on you, which will hurt. They can also leap at you from pretty far away and deal some significant fire damage. So be careful with them. So that one fell over there. Alright, cool. Let me just grab these Dragonstone Shard and an elixir. It's just a pit, I guess. I always thought that I was missing out on something because I never like came back to this area later and got in there, but I don't think you're supposed to. Maybe you are, I don't know. Anyway, this is the real way forward. Down here is some more just straight up lava, so we can't go this way yet. As tempting as it might be. So we'll go straight forward instead. Just melting these guys on the stairs with our magic attacks. And we've got a fog gate, but we've also got this path forward if we want, and you definitely do want to go this way. Definitely recommend you keep going forward here. Now this pathway is interesting because the next time you come down this way there won't be as many of these guys down in this section. And this guy here won't exist. I believe he's there just to let you know that this path is somewhere you should go. Like he's here to break it down and aggro on you and let you know, hey look, you can come down here too. Next time you come down here, there will be, I think, a total of 2 enemies instead of 4. Nice. Ooh, look at all those hardstone shards. Damn, dude. Alright. Come out here, enjoy the view. Pick up some items. Now we're overlooking where we started when we came into the area. And this over here is the reason why you want to come out this way. We have another one of these elevator contraption wheels. And this is very important because it unlocks access to an item, but more importantly, another blacksmith. A very special blacksmith. Whoops. That was close. I did not mean to fall in between all the things. Let me off. Alright, right down here. Grab this real quick. This here is Blacksmith Ed. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Ed? The famous Ed? Of Ed's sharpening stones? Yes, that Ed. This is Ed. He's kind of a dick.
I haven't seen you around these parts. What does it matter? You need a blacksmith? Show me your steel. If not, head straight for the door.
So this is Blacksmith Ed. He's kind of a dick, but as you can see, he offers different upgrades of the same weapon. Instead of quality only, we've got tearing and mercury. This one adds poison damage onto it. This one changes it to a dex scaling rating of B. We're just going to keep it as a regular scimitar. Upgraded the gain, and we're okay. Only one more time.
All done.
So he's also the person to come to if you want to upgrade special weapons. And once we get to the swamp, I'll show off one special weapon in particular, just because I love how it looks. But yeah, so Ed's the guy to come to with non-standard upgrades. Very important. So we're just going to ride this back up and continue. Well, I mean, we're not going to continue right now. We're going to continue the next episode, though. I'm just going to get back up there. Alright, unfortunately, things are running along again. Who made that sound? Like, there's no enemies for me to... I guess he's on the far side. Oh, he's on the far side of this fog door, that's right. What's behind this fog door? It's probably enemies, you can hear them. I wonder if I can camera through. Right, go back to it, like this. Nope, that's just my face. Okay. In some areas that works. Anyway, in the next episode, I'll show you what's through this fog door and the rest of the level. Thank you so much for watching, Demon Souls. Hope you're having just a wonderful time watching it. It's a great game. I'm glad that my experience with it was in the remake the first time around. The original is just so old that it's definitely older and uglier and clunkier. But I was really able to fully appreciate it in all its glory in this form. Oh, cool! I kind of forgot where I am. Look at all these enemies waiting for us up above. Another crystal lizard. All right, see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.